Well, that was a huge day for me. That was 2011 for a lot of reasons. Obviously, the Daytona 500 and what it means to our sport, such a prestigious race. And when you ask the average person about NASCAR, you know, the one race that I think they all can relate to is the Daytona 500. So it starts our season off. It means a lot. There's a lot of preparation and work going into the season. So there's a lot on the line when you go down there. But for me, that was my first Cup race as a crew chief. So it was a pretty special day for me and where I'd gotten to in my career from, you know, just being a young guy growing up watching it on TV.
Wow. So the first time seeing the Daytona Raceway, I mean, as a crew chief, do you think, you know, looking back on it now and what you know, looking back on it and what you know now, what do you think the difference of what you've learned?
And I think over time you start to understand the sport and understand what it takes to not only be there but to be successful there, and that's kind of, you know, the stage where I feel like I'm at now. And as we continue to go back there every year for that event, you always try to be smarter and more prepared than you were the year before. So just a little more experience and try to continue to be better there.
So you've got 2 championships under your belt as a crew chief, both with Brad Keselowski in the Xfinity Series and most recently in 2012 in the Cup Series. Congrats, by the way.
Thank you.
The next step is getting your first Daytona 500 win. You guys have come close a couple of times. You guys have been in the running. You guys have crashed out. What do you think that holds in the cards? What do you think that would mean for you to win?
Well, I think it'd be huge. Like you said, we've been fortunate to you know, to have 2 championships, a nationwide and a Cup championship, and every year we strive for another one, of course, and race wins. But as you look at kind of our resume together and the races we've won and where we've won them at, there's still a couple on our list that would be pretty special, with Daytona being on the top of that. We've had that conversation already this offseason, and like you said, we've been close, we've been competitive. We've won races at Talladega, similar style racing, so we know we're capable of it. It's just continuing to stay focused, and we'll get our opportunity to see victory lane there, and I think that'll be just another part of a you know, a great career we've had together.
So I think we can all agree that Brad Keselowski is somewhat of a wild card when it comes to driving. So you have a driving background. How do you kind of keep him patient and calm if something goes wrong?
Well, I think that's where Brad and I have been able to be so successful together, is you know, how we communicate and how you know, different our personalities are, but it helps balance each other out a little bit. And early on, as we started working together, my driving experience and a lot of the racetracks I'd visited when I was driving, I think helped that communication a little bit and try to get us up to speed, you know, as far as what he was feeling with the car and what he wanted out of the race car. And it seems like there's a great deal of respect for one another, and I think that helps keep us pretty well balanced during a race and calm, where we can make good decisions and continue to progress as the race goes on.
Well, it definitely works, obviously. Thank you so much.
Well, thanks, I appreciate it.
So you just heard Paul Wolfe's Daytona 500 experience, his very first Daytona 500 experience. Now we want to hear yours at #MyFirst500.
We're living in the fast lane, baby.